Hello, namaste everyone. Har Har Mahadev. Now, today we are going to talk about a very different topic of a particular transit, which is what is the other side, or I would say, apart from the placement and the transit of Jupiter in the zodiac sign of Cancer, there's something else we need to know about the transit of Jupiter. So that's the other side of this Jupiter. All right. So that is going to be the main topic of today's discussion. Along with that, I will be giving another overview about how Jupiter is going to be in the zodiac sign of Cancer. And then we'll proceed further with each and every zodiac sign so as to apply this particular technique through each and every zodiac sign. All right. Before we move ahead, if you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get regular updates. Also, if you would like to have your personal readings from me, you can check out the link in the description box, www.anmolastrology.com. Under the readings and unique readings section, you can book a personal reading for yourself. Under the courses section, you can sign up for online courses. All right, so let's get started with this topic. Before I move with the explanation part, I just want to give an overview based on how Jupiter is going to be in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Although I've already made an in-depth video about Jupiter's transit in the zodiac sign of Cancer, also evaluating the Muhurat chart for this transit. But let's just summarize it in few words that how Jupiter would be in the exaltation state in the zodiac sign of Cancer. So Jupiter, Jupiter is said to be the most benefic planet. Wherever Jupiter sits, it gives your responsibility and your wisdom comes from there. Wherever it aspects, it gives you immense amount of blessings. Jupiter is the Jiva Karaka. Jupiter is the Karaka of expansion. Jupiter is the soul. The soul, as in what gives the birth to a soul. It's not specifically soul like sun, but it gives the birth to the soul. That's why it's called as the Jiva Karaka. Jupiter has the tendency to give life to something or to basically make something come to an end as well. So that's the reason I kept on saying that whenever Jupiter comes into its exaltation stage, there are so many souls we are going to see departing from this world. And that's only for this reason only that Jupiter makes the soul which has been suffering, it makes it come to the end, right? But that's on a mundane level. Jupiter being in its exaltation stage means it has come now into the fourth house. Fourth house, or the sign of Cancer, is one of the strongest houses that we shall look for because it is one of the pillars. It is one of the Kendra Sthan. Fourth house is, or the zodiac sign of Cancer is your comforts, your nourishment, right? It's your peace. It's your peaceful space. It's somewhere you feel happy, comfortable, and yes, very sensitive about that area also. Now, Jupiter feels exalted into the zodiac sign of Cancer because Jupiter is able to, you know, able to understand the wisdom in a very loving and nurturing way. Jupiter in the fourth house, or if it is exalted, one thing I've repetitively said about this particular transit is that now you will take over the responsibilities in regards of that house, wherever Cancer is, because Jupiter is coming there. But what kind of responsibility? Responsibilities also are represented from Saturn, and it is also represented from Jupiter. But the responsibilities of Saturn are can also make you feel that it's sense of burden at the same time. But Jupiter's responsibility is actually the responsibility you are willing to take. because you feel that, yes, I am responsible for this area. That's what is the part of wisdom with Jupiter. Why Jupiter is the guru? Why Jupiter is the counselor? Why Jupiter is an advisor? Because, and it's always said that your guru will always take on your karma so that you can go ahead into your spiritual path. That's what actually Jupiter is about. So, the responsibility side, the taking on of responsibilities actually mean that you are being sacrificial with your whole heart in the form of you nurturing that area. So, Jupiter exalted will have some positives to it and some other parts to it as well, which I won't consider that they are negative. It's just the, you know, understanding of one's perspective. So, Jupiter in the zodiac sign of Cancer, by transiting into Cancer, it will expand our stability, it will expand our emotions. Jupiter in the zodiac sign of Cancer will let us acknowledge and bring in stability into the emotions in the most nurturing way, in the most safest way as possible. Jupiter is a protector as well, and especially it's a protector in the energy of Cancer because Cancer is actually the protection, the comfort. You see, that sort of king who actually works for the welfare of the society or of the people they love, that's the Jupiter in the zodiac sign of Cancer. You and the wisdom that you get, the lessons that you learn with Jupiter's presence in the zodiac sign of Cancer, those are the lessons which change you from within, which let you understand the good and bad, the rational and irrational side of all the aspects of a situation. Because fourth house is also the house of being fair and square. The fairness in your judgment is decided because of your fourth house. So Jupiter coming there, it ultimately is the guru. It has to give what is required for you. Even a mother, since this is a zodiac sign which represents the mother, even if a mother needs to teach you something or needs to act as a teacher for you, the mother has to go out of her way, make you learn that lesson. But at the same time, she will always be looking at you. She will always be taking care of you from a distance. That's the kind of energy Jupiter brings into the zodiac sign of Cancer. Also, the matters of the fourth house are going to expand. The matters of home, stability, comfort, happiness, all of that is also going to expand. Also, there's another side to Jupiter coming into the zodiac sign of Cancer. Since Cancer is ruled by Moon, this zodiac sign involves fluctuations. When Jupiter, a heavy gaseous planet, comes into the zodiac sign, it suppresses the fluctuations. For a matter, you feel that yes, something is grounding us. Something is now moving in a direction, and it's not moving with the tides, but it is moving in a matter where there is single graph of growth. So that's also one of the beautiful results that Jupiter holds. All right. So the topic that we need to cover today, the other side to this particular transit is that wherever Jupiter transits, second from its position is where you shall receive the debilitated effect of Jupiter. Like I'll give you an example. Jupiter, once when it was in the zodiac sign of Gemini, the debilitated effect of Jupiter was on the second from itself, which was the zodiac sign of Cancer. So, what does a debilitated Jupiter represent, or what is the debilitated effect of Jupiter? See, Jupiter is optimism. Wherever it sits or wherever it aspects, it gives you the reason for celebration. It gives you the reason that you will feel that, yes, I'm feeling fortunate in regards of those areas. It has the ability to celebrate. It has the ability to give you happiness, optimism. When it gets debilitated, that means now you have your karmic action to be played into that house. And that's the reason a person starts feeling very pessimistic, restricted in regards of that house. Because it's ultimately the zodiac sign of Capricorn where Jupiter gets debilitated. So, first, let's understand what's the karma with the zodiac sign of Capricorn. So, Capricorn is the 10th house. It's the house where your hard work always is required. Shani, since Shani is said to be the planet of suffering, the planet of hard work, it's the Capricorn sign where that criticism comes from, where that judgment comes from, where that suffering comes from. But only that is the house which is also going to lead to your support. So, this is the house which holds your karmic backlogs, or it represents what karmic actions you must take, where you have to do the hard work. So, Jupiter, a planet or the guru who just loves to help, who loves to be responsible, who loves to be there as a support system for everyone, or who loves their own space to be respectful and let people come to him for the advices. That's when Jupiter is either exalted, that's or when Jupiter is powerful. But when you put Jupiter into a debilitated state, now this Jupiter has to be restrictive. Now this Jupiter has to be in boundaries because Jupiter doesn't know how to be in boundaries. It doesn't like to be in boundaries. That's why you'll see that Sagittarius and the zodiac sign of Pisces, these are the two signs which would demand the maximum amount of freedom, especially the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So when you put a planet which requires the area for expansion, you put that into a restricted area. Definitely your goals increase. You become more focused into that area, but you also become very uncomfortable because now you don't have the land, or you don't have the space to flow your energy, to flow your wisdom. Just imagine a guru who is now not working just for the sake of helping others, but now that individual has to sell their advices. Now they have to sell what they feel that is going to be help to the others. And how this Jupiter is also going to have a pessimistic perspective towards that area. So when we had Jupiter in Gemini, it was giving its debilitated effect into the sign of Cancer. So we people were getting the lesson associated with Jupiter in Gemini because of our emotions. There were instances that we were forced to look into our stability, to look into what gives us happiness. There were instances which made us evaluate our childhood trauma, evaluate our deepest emotions. That was the reality check. That was the practicalness that we experienced with wherever the zodiac sign of Cancer was placed. It was you who made the living significance, or wherever the zodiac sign of Cancer was, you made them look into the mirror. You made them, experience the reality check. On the other end, you also experienced the reality check in regards of that area. So the transition, the debilitated effect, the fearfulness came in with all of our emotions, nourishment, the space, the comfortable space, our home, things related to the home as well. Now, similarly, since now we are going to have Jupiter into the zodiac sign of Cancer, it will project its debilitated effect on the zodiac sign of Leo. So Leo is going to be most affected. So already Leo has gone through, or the Leo zodiac sign has gone through the transition of Ketu, where we learned the art of detachment along with spiritual growth, or learning the utmost wisdom, refining our ego, our self-esteem, everything, refining our confidence, bringing out a new person out of ourselves. That's what we have already experienced with Leo, Ketu and Leo. Now it will be receiving it will be second from the zodiac sign of Cancer, where Jupiter will be transiting, and it will be receiving the debilitated effect of Jupiter. So that means now we need to restrict our reactions. The wisdom related to Jupiter being in Cancer would come only after we restrict the zodiac sign of Leo, or whatever it represents. So, Leo, or the fifth house, is our creative self. It's our reactive self. It's our intelligence. It's our decision making. It's our education. It's our romantic side or romantic self. Leo is our connection with the past life in a good way, because it represents the Purva Punya Bhava, the past life good deeds that we carry forward in this life to reap the good fruits of that. It's our connection with our ancestors, with our forefathers. Leo, on the other end or the other side, is the zodiac sign which is fun loving, which takes on responsibility like a king for the welfare of its praja, of its society, of its citizens. So now Jupiter coming into the zodiac sign of Cancer, along with the lessons involved, or along with the expansion of the zodiac sign of Cancer, we would have to restrict the area of where Leo is. We have to receive the reality check from the area where Leo is posited. So there is karma, there is lessons in regards of our reaction, our decision-making power, our intelligence, our education, our romantic self as well. It's like now we are going to understand that what is the importance of bringing in stability into this area of fire. So the hard work is required towards expressing oneself, towards taking certain important decisions with a whole heart, certain important decisions which might backfire, but we have to take some corrections and corrective measures that are required towards wherever Leo is placed. And there will be fears instilled within us wherever Leo is. And those fears will be backed up because of this debilitated Jupiter effect. That we fear to lose that area. We fear that something will bad happen related to that area. So this fear is actually going to give us the reality check of that house. So just in order to evaluate with yourself, just look into your chart and see wherever Jupiter was in Gemini, and how the area wherever Cancer falls, how that basically produced the result for you for the past year. You will be able to understand the purest sense of it. You will have to be practical in regards of wherever Leo is placed. It's no more just fun. It's no more enjoyment without something productive. And on the other hand, people will try to create income, to generate income, to create productivity out of their skills and creativity. That is going to be very, very prominent till the time Jupiter is in the zodiac sign of Cancer. That's something we can see very, very prominently. Because now your fifth house is getting restricted. Now you'll be judged for your fun side. You'll be judged for your quality of education or quality of knowledge. In a way, it will motivate you to improve yourself, to focus on it more. Because when you put a fire sign with the energy of restriction, boundaries, and hard work, you're focusing that fire energy into some direction. So not only you are receiving the reality check from it, you're already also focusing more and perfecting that area by doing repetitive hard work in regards of that area. That's what Jupiter, that's what the zodiac sign of Capricorn represents. And here, Jupiter, how it is going to put its effect is that you might have to go beyond your means. Like, for example, you have to go beyond your kindness to make this happen in wherever the zodiac sign of Leo is placed. Because Jupiter, being a guru, helps with the sake of being helpful. And the Jupiter debilitated helps for the sake of getting something in return. Remember this difference. All right. So that's what I wanted to make you understand and discuss in this today's video. Now let's go ahead with each and every zodiac sign so that we have better clarity. Before I move with it, let me tell you, please look for your ascendant zodiac sign and your moon, as in your Rashi zodiac sign, both. Both are going to work beautifully for you, but ascendant zodiac sign would have the priority and then look for moon or Rashi sign. All right. So now let's first talk about the zodiac sign of Aries. Jupiter is transiting your fourth house, and second from it is your fifth house, the zodiac sign of Leo. The first thing that happens there is that you will start restricting your your emotionally expressive side. You start becoming more mature in regards of your reactions. You start restricting your reactions, right? And also you become very practical with your decision making power. Also, you would structure your creativity or and use that to generate money or maybe to a very productive sense. So that's what is going to be required there. But definitely, there is, if you are married, if you have children, you will struggle through your relationship with your children if you are an Aries ascendant or an Aries zodiac sign. Because now your fifth house is receiving the debilitated effect of Jupiter. Now you have to restrict with your, Aries with the fifth house as Leo. They are very dominating and sometimes quite bossy with how they want to do certain things, how they want to enjoy. Now is the time for you to realize that what can be the consequences for it. So, as a result, it's actually making you more stable, more mature, rather, right? And there has to be the hard work associated, the reality check that comes from, or the hard work that is associated towards either your education, if you're still like in the education phase, or with your romantic life, or with your children. But you will have to control The fifth house, you have to control your reactions, you have to control your expression, your the way you decide on something, the way you take decisions. Now, next we have the zodiac sign of Taurus. For Taurus, Jupiter is traveling and transiting the third house. So Leo comes to be in the fourth house. The practicalness or the reality check comes from your own emotions or from your own home environment. This is the time when you'll have to move. Move as in you'll have to get up and work and become productive. You'll have to work hard within your home. Have to fulfill your responsibilities. No longer you can be in a very fixated zone with your home, or you cannot be lazy anymore. You have to give in effort. You have to be, you know, out there working and doing, fulfilling your responsibilities in regards of your home. Because since there is a presence of the zodiac sign of Leo in the fourth house, you try to live like a royal person, right? You try to do things at your own pace. Now, that's the reality check that you are going to receive. And on the other hand, you have to struggle through your emotions. You have to struggle through your home environment to maintain it. But definitely, you are going to make so many changes within the home environment. It's like you are teaching your mother at this point. Well, Jupiter will be in your third house. You'll be trying to teach your mother that now this is your time to become more, practical with your mindset, to become more restrictive with certain people of the family. I'm giving that example. That's actually the story I think most of the people would resonate with. Because fourth house receiving the debilitated effect of Jupiter means that your wisdom comes through emotions, but it will come with the harshest way towards you. So you will feel that your emotions are not appreciated, and that will motivate you to become practical, to work hard, to create that space for yourself. So no longer you can just sit peacefully and expect all the things happen for you. You will have to work now. And your reality check also comes through your mother, or your mother is the one who is receiving that reality check. All right. Now, the zodiac sign of Gemini. For Geminis, Jupiter is transiting the second house, and debilitated Jupiter effect would come on the third house. You will definitely go on some disagreement with your younger sibling if you have any. If you don't, then it can be your close friends, your neighbors. But definitely, somehow, you have to restrict your communication. It has become now very important to receive your maturity through your communication. You can no longer communicate with a very safe space or safe place. If you do, you'll be judged for that. You'll be getting criticized for that. And that's the harshest reality you're going to understand in regards of communication. This is the time where you'll have to project a lot of wisdom within your actions and a lot of courage into the situations of your life. So, the debilitated effect on the third house with Jupiter, it can actually work in your favor in terms of growth, in terms of career success. But when it comes to personal relationships, you get the wisdom, you get the reality check, you understand how this world operates and what is the truth of people, what is the truth of relationships. That what you will understand through this debilitated effect of Jupiter in the third house. Your experiences are going to generate from sudden changes or sudden events happening in your surroundings. And watch for your social presence. like presence on the social media. Although for your work, it can work beautifully, but otherwise, it can be like you'll have to restrict your communication over social media. Now, the zodiac sign of Cancer. For Cancer individuals, Jupiter is transiting the first house, so the debilitated effect would come onto the second house. Now, this in a way would make you restrict your relationship with your family. Now you are going to, it's like some truth about your family is going to be revealed. It's not as fun as it looked. It is not as friendly as it looked. It can be about your family or it can be about the extended family. But now you are going to understand the value of money the hard way. Jupiter's debilitated effect from the second house represents that this is the time where you come in structure with the money because of the fear that you know that you might not lose it. It's like this is your challenge to become more practical rather than staying emotional and sensitive the way Cancer ascendants are or Cancer moon are. So, with this debilitated effect of Jupiter, it's your family, it's your traditions, it's your traditional values, it's your lineage of your family that is basically going to give you that practical check, that practical wisdom, or the reality check of your life. It also means that now you would require to structure your communication. You would require to structure your finances. You would specially require to structure your expenses because the burden would also come from there. For many Cancerians, for many Cancer individuals, they would have to work hard for the finances to generate that kind of wealth. And you will have to, having Jupiter in the ascendant at the same time, you definitely are feeling that flow of a sacrificial human being a guru to everyone. At the same time, you will have to either experience a cheating in regards of money matters, or it can be you who has to cheat, not with a bad intention, but with a good intention, because that's what is needed for the hour. That's what is needed for the moment, because enough is enough. That's the kind of situation it's basically projecting. But definitely the hard work, the struggle comes from the second house for you. And also, you would have to take care of your health because the debilitated effect of Jupiter onto the second house makes that because of some problem with your health, you would have to go on the diet plans or you'll have to improve your nutrition and your health. Now, next we have the zodiac sign of Leo. So for Leo individuals, Jupiter is transiting your 12th house, and the debilitated effect comes on your ascendant. So you have gone through the transition of Ketu from your ascendant. You have learned the wisdom or the spiritual enlightenment of your life. Now, when actually Ketu is on the verge of moving away from your ascendant and going into your 12th house, the lessons and the wisdom has been received. Now it's about learning the practical side, the harsh side of life. Now, this Ketu's transit has actually made you more grounded in your approach. Now, there has always been a tendency with Leo people that sometimes they are like over giving because they love to do everything king size. If they want to help, they would do that like huge help. If they want to gift something to someone, they will always they'll try to get a luxury thing. If they want to buy something for themselves, they would always try to do buy something huge. So that's the particular sense this debilitated Jupiter's effect is going to instill within you, that how important it is to be practical and strategist in your approach to this life. This debilitated Jupiter effect can also instill certain fears within you in regards of your career, your expenditure, and any things which are related to you. But it gives a sense of fear as well, because now this Jupiter is feeling claustrophobic by being restricted in certain boundaries. You have to put yourself into boundaries. You will have to restrict your actions. You'll have to restrict your personality, in fact, as well. You cannot express as openly as you were able to do that previously. So over a period of time, I know that Ketu has also given you such side. It has introduced you to such side of yours. Now Jupiter's debilitated effect would also continue to do so. But now this Jupiter's introduction to you about this side of yours is actually to make you grow. And there are two ways a person can grow, either from a positive motivation or from the negative one. Now this is the negative one that comes from the debilitated effect of Jupiter. All right, and it also means that now you have to be more focused with your health. You have to be more focused with your ideas, with your creativity, and with your karma, because ultimately the first house and the zodiac sign present in the lagna or the first house is your karma. You will have to work hard towards fulfilling your karma, and in certain scenarios you will also have to be a little deceptive. You will have to see now that I am getting something in return if I'm trying to do something. So there's always being going to be a expectation attached to whatever you'll do till the time this Jupiter is in Cancer. All right. So now we have the zodiac sign of Virgo. For Virgo individuals, Jupiter is transiting the 11th house, and it will be giving its debilitated effect onto your 12th house. This is the time you restrict your expenditure. Your This is the time you restrict yourself because of spirituality. Because having Leo in the 12th house is the comfortable space, it's the isolation. Whenever you are isolated, if I ask you today that you have to be isolated in your room for one whole day, you'll try to grab all the things that you love, all the things that you cannot live without. That's what is the sense of the 12th house. Now, if there is a debilitated effect of Jupiter onto the 12th house because of the presence of Capricorn, now you have to restrict and evaluate what is valuable for you. What is that adds on productivity for you? So 12th house is the house of your pleasure. It's the restriction. It's the house of your addiction. It's the house of your some sort of negative habits also, but it is also the house of your skills, your inbuilt talents. Now you will have to structure that house and leave the unnecessary things out of it. So it's like now you are focusing more on your spiritual enlightenment by taking out all the unnecessary trash that was deposited in the 12th house. Also, you will have to restrict your expenditure because of it. And you'll have to, because the 12th house is the house of expenditure. Now, having Jupiter's debilitated effect in the 12th house will also affect your outlook towards spirituality. There can be some sense of fears also you will have to deal with. And spirituality would feel like that is the way out of these fears. And try to not indulge into any connection with some sort of guru, because there are chances 12th house is actually the house of ashrams. That is the house of some people who act as guru. And since we are receiving debilitated effect there can be chances that you can get cheated on by a false guru or someone who is trying to project that yes, they are guiding you, but that can be false. And you may lose your money because of that as well. So just be a little careful in regards of it. And also 12th house is the foreign government, and we have the zodiac sign of Leo there. So just be little careful with your association with the foreign government. There can be lack of support, or there can be a lot of hard work that you require to get that support. All right. Now the zodiac sign of Libra. For Libra individuals, Jupiter is transiting your 10th house, and the debilitated effect of Jupiter is coming on to the 11th house. That means now you're going to see the true faces of your social circle. Now you will be forced to restrict your social circle and to see the true colors of the people. There can be actually a lot of competition that you are going to experience within your social circle only, right? So in order to climb that, social ladder, I remembered something because of that, to go into recognition zone within your career, you will have to act practical. You will have to learn the reality check and the actual lesson associated with your society and the social circle. So, of course, you will also have to restrict the way you help them, the way you are helpful towards them. And also, it can give some sort of difference of opinions with your elder sibling. Your elder sibling can also experience some sort of negative situations within their life as well. Those negative situations, most of all, can be because of their karmic duties. But also, this means that now you are learning how to put in the right amount of effort towards your social circle and your recognition. Because, see, the people with Libra ascendant or Libra zodiac sign, they have a inclination towards getting associated with influential people. And not everything that shines is gold or diamonds. That's what you're going to learn this time. All right. So your social presence will be something which is going to provide you that reality check and that wisdom. And even this is the time which will also make you understand and make you think twice upon what desires do you have. It is going to restrict your desires as well. And you will actually be working way a lot harder than before towards accomplishing your goals and desires. Because now you are going to have, you are going to be more focused than ever because of this boundary, which is going to be made by a debilitated effect of Jupiter. Along with that, you know, this Jupiter is in, its effect is coming into the Upachya house with a debilitated state. So it can act in your favor when it comes to the ultimate growth. All right. Now, next we have the zodiac signs of Scorpio. So for Scorpio individuals, Jupiter is transiting in your ninth house, and the debilitated effect of Jupiter is coming into your 10th house. When the debilitated effect comes of Jupiter comes into the 10th house, that means now you have to go through something, something problematic in terms of your career, in terms of your association with the authorities. So first of all, naturally your bosses or your superiors are going to become very strict towards you. They are going to advise you something or you know, help you with something with not a purest of intention. And that would actually lead to you becoming the same when it comes to your career space. There can be opportunities for a Scorpio person that they have to deal with certain scenarios or circumstances within their workspace where you are going to be forced to act negatively, like act selfish. And definitely There can be chances that things related to your career are restricted. You have to work hard. Like, for example, you were about to get promoted. For some reason, that did not happen. And now you have to work really, really hard to get the same promotion or to get promoted to somewhere else as well. But definitely, this is the most karmic time that you have. The most karmic time which is going to go forward, which would require your actions to go towards the 10th house. Most of all, because of the presence of Leo in the 10th house, many Scorpio individuals are able to either project their dominance into their workspace, or they are able to create a very friendly environment with their authorities within the workspace. Now, that is going to be very, very challenging. All right. And there can be certain instances that within your career or within even your family dynamics, your ideas are not appreciative. They're not appreciated. Your efforts are not appreciated. And then that basically leads you to see that reality check upon the improvement that you require with your efforts and with your action. All right. Now, the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. For Sagittarius individuals, Jupiter is transiting the eighth house, and the debilitated effect is coming into the ninth house. You have to work beyond your ethics. So there's a thing that is always involved with the Sagittarius individuals, that they feel that they are responsible for everything in their life. They are responsible to fight for others. Their dharma is to counsel others, help others, and fight for them. Now you will understand that how there are going to be places, there are going to be situations where you have to keep shut. You have to keep quiet. Because while your Jupiter is going to be in the zodiac sign of Cancer, you will see the true colors of people. You will see what's the truth behind morals, what's the truth behind fighting for something. You will have to restrict where you speak up, where you stand up. It's Leo in your ninth house. In fact, you are going to see the reality check. You are going to experience the reality check. You will be given that because of a guru or because of your father. It's your time to restrict your action. See, the actions that we do, that are the 10th house. But what is the reason? What gets in our mind that produces that action? That is the ninth house. That's why it's the house of our belief. You will have to restrict your beliefs. You will have to go against your beliefs or understand that what I believed in, that I can fight for everyone, I can fight for everything. No, that's not how reality works. You cannot do that. That's what you need to understand. And somehow, because of this Jupiter coming into the zodiac sign of Cancer, you will feel that your fortune is also going to get restricted. You will feel that now I am feeling that things are not happening for me the way it used to happen. Now they are happening in their own manner, with their own slowness, discipline, with their own pace of, with their own speed, with their own pace. But the debilitated effect of Jupiter into the ninth house is always lesson learning. It shows you the true colors. It shows you the truth of life. It changes your perspective. It changes your beliefs. You become more practical in your approach. And in fact, there can be disagreements with the father. I don't know. This is something difficult. This is something different, but you can get cheated on either because of the father or because of any guru. So that's the negative lesson you're going to get and understand with this Jupiter. But definitely it's affecting because we are talking about a debilitated Jupiter's effect here. So definitely the negative predictions are going to be a part of it. But along with that, Capricorn is the sign of restriction. It's the sign of your goals. You are going to set your future goals at the same time, and you'll be working hard towards it. All right. Now, next we have the zodiac sign of Capricorn. For Capricorn individuals, this particular Jupiter is transiting your seventh house, and the debilitated effect of Jupiter is coming onto your eighth house. So, for Capricorn individuals, there can be the harshest of lessons that you get to understand because of something unpredictable and sudden that is going to happen within your life. For those who are married, this can come from the spouse's family, from your in laws. Even your spouse would actually get certain opportunities in their life where they will have to make an extra effort or out of the box effort in regards of their finances. So, with the debilitated effect of Jupiter onto the eighth house, for some people, for few fraction of people, you may get cheated on because of your insurance agent, because of your portfolio manager, someone who deals with the eighth house matters, with your fixed assets, even your inheritance. There can be matters of inheritance that will be produced, that will take place. And of course, on a negative way, with a negative way. So, with Jupiter's effect into the eighth house where Leo is present, you will have to restrict certain secrets, or there are chances that certain secrets that you're trying to protect. Now, you are going to see the reality check, the mirror because of those things. And it's very important for you to actually bring in balance and to organize or budget your fixed assets, your joint money, if you have anything with your spouse. All right. So now for Aquarius. For Aquarius individuals, Jupiter is transiting your sixth house, and the debilitated effect is coming into the seventh house. So you can be cheated on by your partner, or you see the reality of relationships. Now you fear relationships for some reason. Jupiter's debilitated effect in the seventh house shows that you are going to get the practical wisdom of this world through your association with others or through your association with your partner. You will have to set boundaries with your association with your partnership or your partner. You will have to now act strictly towards your partnerships, towards your spouse. Because it's Leo there. You always had a fun side towards, interacting with your partner. Now it's your time to you put that boundary. You put that restriction to it. Now your fear has attached to the seventh house that what if this person hurts me? What if this person cheats on me? What if this person doesn't respect me, doesn't appreciate me? And also, you would have to get in action, use your creativity, and turn it into productivity. But in the medium by the medium of some business. That's also what will be happening for some of Aquarius individuals. But definitely you are going to understand that how much of hard work it is required towards establishing the strong foundation of a relationship. That's what your lesson is here. All right. Now, last we have the zodiac sign of Pisces. For Pisces individuals, Jupiter is transiting the fifth house and its debilitated effect is coming into the sixth house. That means it's your time to restrict your relationship with your colleagues, with your relatives. It's your time to see the true faces of people. Either they are your colleagues or they are your relatives. There are many people, either they are in your relative space, they are in your colleague space, that they are holding competition within themselves towards you. And it's your time to identify that. It's your time to get the wisdom and understand who is, good for you and who is bad for you. Unnecessary conflicts can also arise because of Jupiter's debilitated effect in the sixth house. And in certain places, in certain matters, your own over practicalness, your own opportunist behavior can lead you towards competition, unnecessary dispute, or unnecessary obstacle. Also, this is the time where you will have to focus more on your materialistic goals. So a certain debt can also be a little disturbing for you or can add on burden over your mind, and that has to be dealt with. Along with that, you will have to come in balance and work hard towards your health and nutrition. That's what is required with this debilitated effect of Jupiter. And please understand that with this debilitated effect of Jupiter in the sixth house, you have to be your own guru. You have to be your own salakar or advisor till the time Jupiter is in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Because for this while, you may or may not identify that who is working in your favor and who is not. Right? So, guys, this was my analysis about this beautiful topic of Jupiter's transit. I hope it resonates and gives you good insights into this topic. We'll meet you next time. Bye bye. Take care.